Let me just say, it's not every day that you see a video on you that begins, well, like this.
Before we begin, I'd just like to thank Sean S. for making the talk sprites that I am currently using. I would also like to thank Fractured Light for making the background that I am currently using. Yeah, I figured I'd finally change the background to something that actually moves.
Yeah, the character looks like utter shit. Is it some 30-year-old man living in a basement in a Vocaloid costume?
It should not surprise you to learn that the rest of the commentary is about the same as the quality of that interjection. It doesn't actually say anything, and instead meanders around, grasping at straws, hoping to say something of actual value. Either way, let's make this quick. Also, I'm cutting out every degree before Sensitive Society's video on Mushroom Girl and Communist Creeper, just for the sake of time.
Amigos and amigas, it happened again. I have been exposed yet again. I guess it's time to pack it up. I leave. I go back to Mexico. I jump the border again. I re-signed my YouTuber license because every few months there's some video about me of some salty-ass people or some people who think they got me in an aha moment. I got you here.
Sorry, what do they think again? I need you to repeat it 5 more times, then I'll get it.
It's for comedy purposes and to satirically exaggerate things.
Okay, I assume you mean Sensitive Society's redundancy, in which case, that very well may be true. But first off, I haven't actually even offered any kind of criticism of it yet. I've just made a joke about the fact that it even exists in the first place. So you jumping to defending it is kind of weird. However, let's assume that comment was specifically meant to be a criticism of the redundancy, okay? Explaining why it's done doesn't invalidate my criticism of it. A reason is not an excuse.
Later to be clowned on. But in today's video, we're going to be taking a look at someone who's actually obsessed with me. I believe this is the first video they made on me. Good video concept, shitty and slightly transphobic execution. So ladies and gentlemen, I've been getting called transphobic for about a year and a half now because people are retarded, people are stupid, people don't realize that sometimes I'm joking, and people don't like to be treated equally. People like this love to be treated special because they're different and quirky.
And we're not even a full minute in, and already he's resorted to poisoning the well as opposed to actually making a fucking point. Congratulations. Also, the video didn't actually say you personally were transphobic, just that your video was executed in a transphobic manner, which is a very different claim that would require a very different set of evidence.
1. He's a fucking Leafy clone. Of course he's going to poison the well. It's what they do.
If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
Okay, well that's a flaw with all Leafy clones then, and they should all collectively stop doing that.
Mainly for the funnies, which I agree on.
I just want to point out that you are criticizing my joke by telling me the thing I was using the joke to criticize was a joke.
2. In MG's other videos, she just calls him an outright transphobe because of his audience lol.
You mean those videos we aren't talking about right now? Also, care to show any evidence for this claim? Of course not.
What in the ever-loving name of fuck am I looking at? It's actually hard to tell which is the worst aspect of Sensitive Society's production value. The fact that he uses a screen recorder instead of a downloader, which wouldn't inherently be an issue, except he doesn't even full screen the YouTube video, or the fact that Communist Creeper and Mushroom Girl's audio sounds incredibly echoey for some reason. For reference, here's how that same clip I just played sounds in their original video.
Hey everyone, Creeper here.
Today, me and Creeper are going to be going down the terrifying rabbit hole that is Sensitive Society.
Oh, and don't think I didn't notice this absolutely beautiful display of ineptitude on the part of a channel with 350,000 subscribers. Again, use a downloader, for fuck's sake.
1. I'm actually surprised you didn't criticize MG for the same exact thing, and no this isn't whataboutism, since that requires me going off topic from your original point when what MG did was the exact thing you criticized the Taco Boy for.
Okay, well if that's the case then I would criticize Mushroom Girl for doing that, on the condition I was covering one of her videos. However, the person I'm covering is Sensitive Society, so his mistakes are front and center.
2. It's mainly due to copyright reasons, which for a channel like Taco Boy, is a pretty reasonable reason since he does get money from YT with ad revenue, unlike channels like me or Akumu, who don't give a fuck.
And again, that may very well be the reason his production value was terrible. That still does not excuse the fact that his production value was terrible.
Yes, they're no longer a fan of the Sensitive Society channel, and that truly breaks my heart. Like, it's not like I'm out here, please like me, please like me, please don't leave me, please like me. I just do this shit for fun. I don't take the internet stuff too serious. Am I supposed to sit here and cry like, please come back, please like me again?
No, Creeper is just saying that he isn't a fan of yours anymore despite the fact he once was. He wasn't expecting you to grovel at his feet and beg for him to be a fan again. What the fuck?
1. It was the average Taco Boy joke.
Well, if that's the case, then his average joke isn't funny and doesn't even make any sense. Are you defending him? Because you seem to have a more negative view of him than even I do.
2. What the actual fuck does that avatar still have to do with the context of the video? It just seems random as fuck.
About as much as your gameplay has to do with the video. Make of that what you will.
Guess I'm gonna have to explain this as if these people were too. Clearly just saying, like, how much can you milk this for? And here's the thing, right? Maybe I'm just too cynical. Maybe I just see the world as a horrible place it is, right? Where people just want to advance in this world by any means, by doing anything for clout. And I've been on the internet for a long time, not only as a content creator, but as a YouTube fan. I've been watching YouTube pretty much my whole life at this point, since like 2007. The stuff people do for views and attention is insane. I don't think these people understand what degree they would go to. And once again, I have no problem with anyone sharing their experience with ADHD, DID. I do not care. That's like I'm not hating on those people. Like, I'm not trying to bully people, believe it or not, who suffer from that. They already have it hard enough. What I am here to call out is people who milk this for views because they know it's working.
Wait, I thought the people you were calling out were the ones who were faking it, not just the ones who were milking it for views, whatever that might mean. Hence why the video of yours, Mushroom Girl and Communist Creeper are covering, is called Caught Faking Disorders, and starts with you talking about how much you love exposing people who lie about having mental disorders.
Milking for views means the person is trying to get every cent, which includes views, they can out of making a video on a single topic, and you can definitely milk a disorder and fake it at the same time. Look at TikTok as an example.
Okay, one, I'm aware you can both milk something and fake it. My point is that Sensitive Society was changing the primary issue from people actively faking it to them just milking it. Two, where on TikTok should I go exactly? I don't know if you know this, but TikTok's a pretty damn big place. Do you have any, people you're going to use as examples, or is it just every single human being on TikTok?
Man, this fucking people, I am so sick of the word bigot. It gets thrown out like it's nothing. It feels like the only word in the vocabulary is bigot and transphobic and homophobic. I've already explained this. I made a whole video about it. If you
Really? Are you going to link it in the description, or at least tell us what the title is so we can search it out? Of course you won't.
The Taco Boy makes videos all the time. He must have forgotten or just didn't care.
Then he shouldn't have brought it up if he wasn't willing to tell us what video he was talking about.
actually think that me, Sensitive Society, is homophobic, transphobic, and shitting on mentally ill people, if I was actually doing that and I was actually spreading hate, I would have been banned a year ago. Easily. If I was truly a horrible person, I would have been banned.
Bro, you're on the platform where somebody killed his cat, uploaded the video of him doing that, and still had his account for 2 years.
YouTube doesn't even step in when actual crimes are committed, as in the case of Pollution Entertainment. He killed a cat on camera on his channel in 2018, which was reported on again and again, and they only stepped in on September of 2020, finally removing his channel. That's 2 years of people constantly alerting them to this one user.
Even just typing in YouTube to Media Matters shows that I can find people on YouTube doing things like promoting anti-Semitism, promoting violence, and pushing transphobia. Links to all 3 of these articles will be in the description. You being hateful actually probably wouldn't get you banned from YouTube. I'm sorry, it probably wouldn't.
1. YouTube is infamous for having double standards when they allow actual animal murder and war criminals, but then ban anyone who says the funny gamer word or the funny statistic.
Meanwhile, in reality, so many YouTubers have actually said the N-word that there's a compilation of it with 164,000 views. Anyway, that's all I want to cover, so final thoughts. This has been the first commentary I've done of 2023, and hopefully there will be many more. Good night, and good luck.